Okay. So I also wanted to talk about the new Tesla stuff. Which this is kind of old, but I think it was announced in like 2018. I think I heard a recent interview about it, and it's just got me kind of thinking about it with Elon. Um, so have you heard about the Tesla bot and their plans there?
I have not heard of this at all.
This came out. This is a 2018 presentation, so this is kind of old. And I think this was like his first like ideas of it and stuff. But he's talking about it more and more, and they're saying that the bots should be here by 2030, maybe even earlier. It could be even like
Oh,
I've heard as early as 2026. They would have Tesla bots that could do like basically could be live at your home, basically be your butler essentially.
yeah.
Do all the chores you don't want to do, cut your grass, that sort of thing.
You, oh, you cut out right there.
Like cut your grass, do the chores that you don't want to do, that sort of thing.
Okay.
And they would also you'd be able to buy them, and they could work for a company. I mean, it's going to destroy, I think, a lot of man, service jobs, low skill jobs. It's going to make those pretty much disappear if these are actually widely adopted.
Yeah. Yeah. It it's basically like a menial labor, I guess.
Hmm. Yeah, menial labor, and I mean, he was talking about he literally said it: cut your grass, do your chores, cook for you, do those things.
It says dojo training.
I think that's a
What
joke.
the? Uh,
I think it's saying
okay.
it could train with you if you wanted it to.
I see. Okay.
I think that was a joke, but maybe it could. I don't know. But I think it'd be
Okay.
smart. It'd be like AI enabled, and you could teach it things, and it would speak back to you.
I imagine. Well, I would hope they would make it to where, like, you could add programs to it, and
Yeah, you should be able to teach it things. Like it'd have to be
yeah.
that way. If it because your yard's going to be different than other people's yards. You might want it to get on the roof and do some, you know, fixing the gutters or something like that. So there might be stuff that's intricate to you, you know.
Right.
So it'd have to be able to be smart enough to learn things, and and I don't know how the hell that'll work. Like, but that's the grand idea.
Do you think they would allow you to give it like code?
Probably, I think you made a good point. I think what it'll be is lots of different people will be programming for it, and like you'll be able to just load in that program. Maybe you could buy apps for it or something. Maybe
That's how I envision it.
like I know kung fu from the Matrix, but you do it for the robot.
Right. You'd have people making kung fu programs for it.
Yeah, now you know kung fu. He did say though there has to be hard programmed in. If you say stop, it always stops.
That's a good idea.
Do you think it'll ever happen, or do you think this is too far out?
I mean, I think 2030 seems optimistic, but I think it'll happen
Some
at
people are
some
saying
point.
2026.
That seems crazy to me, but maybe. I don't know.
I'm thinking 2030. I mean, I don't know. Who would have thought that Tesla would be as big as it is now, and have all these gigafactories and all this crazy stuff? So I don't know.
Yeah, I
Supposed.
mean,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
2030 is 8 years from now. I mean, a lot can happen in 8 years.
Yeah, robo taxis. You've heard that they're going to make Teslas be able to pick up people, and it's going to basically replace Uber. I wouldn't invest in Uber anymore because
Yeah,
Tesla's already going to do all this automated through Tesla, and I'm sure other companies will copy this. And it will allow your company to just go around and pick up people and taxi them. So basically, your car can earn money while you're away from it, essentially.
that's interesting.
Yeah, that supposedly is going to be here at best 2024. That's not that long. I mean, 2 years they're saying they're going to pilot it. But
So
that requires the AI stuff. The automated bullshit for cars is supposed to be done by the end of this year. They think they'll be able to have it fully automated and totally legal, get all the regulations, and be able to do it in the U.S. by the end of the year.
and like it could be a cab with no driver.
It'd be your car. Like, say you bought a Tesla, and you're like, "Well, I'm not going to be driving anywhere today, and I've got full charge." Sure, go, beep 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 beep, go do your thing.
I mean, like it
Make
can
money.
drive on the roads, not just the highways. It can drive on everywhere.
Yes, yes. And then it would pick up people. Now the other thing is that people might trash your car. I'm assuming there's going to have it to where people get rated, and you don't want to pick
Well,
the
that's
5-star people.
well, that's why you buy your Tesla bot and put them in there.
That's probably what they're thinking. Protect it, bitches.
Yeah,
It's my Tesla bot.
give 'em a-
It's my owner's bitch. I can't wait for it to happen. That'd be like a good buddy to have.
you get the Tesla bot bodyguard program.
But think about how great that'll be. I mean, for people who are lonely or people who are older who don't have anybody to hang out with. I think it'd be good.
Yeah,
I mean, but
Yeah.
then a lot of people say that's why I said potential dystopian nightmare. We all just have robots that we fall in love with or something. That's
yeah.
ridiculous.
If every household has their family robot, that might be bad.
I don't think it is though. I think the family robot, what you just said, is a good thing. I think every man who has a fembot is a bad thing.
Yeah, that'd be worse.
The
Yeah.
fembot. But there's going to be that. That's going to be a thing. If this is a thing, there's going to be that. For sure.
I'm just saying, like, you'd imagine the amount of robots that would be in existence at that point.
That's going to be a while to get to that point. Like 2040. If 2030 is when they come out, 2040 is when it's widely adopted.
Yeah.
But there would be fembots and that kind of thing. I think if that is a thing. But this kind of I didn't put a slide in for this, but he was talking about his ideal for SpaceX is to launch an armada of the new whatever the spaceship's called that he's creating, rocket thing. Whatever they're creating should be able to go to Mars, and his idea is that they will launch an armada of them to go to Mars, like 100 of them that would fit 1,000 people on each one, or something like that, or maybe 1,000 of them that fits 100 people on each one, something like that. Launch an armada of them, and then they all land on Mars, and they all start creating the society or whatever, and then those same ships can come back, 2 years later, and traverse.
Yeah.
That's the reason why it relates to the bot thing is because you could put a bunch of bots on there too, and then they can go out and do all the crazy work, the hard work, the stuff that's really treacherous.
True. Yeah. There's actually a really good show called Raised by Wolves, and it's kind of like this. They have like these bots or androids or whatever, and the androids do like more of the dangerous stuff because they can't die and all that.
Oh,
But yeah,
okay.
I could definitely, and they're like populating a new planet. But I could definitely see us like establishing a colony and then using bots to do to
Most
set
of
it
the
up.
Yeah. I mean, also you could send just a bunch of bots there to get it ready. I think that's actually a better idea.
Yeah.
Fuck sending humans at first. Just send a ton of bots just to get it
Yeah,
ready.
send a ton of bots in the first wave.
Yeah, that actually make more sense. He didn't say that, but I bet he didn't think about that.
Well, they may not be good enough to do that.
I don't know. Well, you might be I think the problem is the bandwidth from Mars to Earth is so long. You need a human to make sure things are going well.
True.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't work. But you could send less humans. You probably wouldn't need as many. You could supplement them.
Yeah.
More,
Yeah,
you have your army robot. Your
probably like
robot
10
army.
bots is worth one human.
It's pretty good though. that's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, and well, you could say a robot is worth a human because there's humans that do manual labor today. It depends on the
it
human you're
depends on
talking
how-
about.
Yeah, how effectively they're doing it.
But you're going to need a lot of grunt workers, and it's kind of an expensive trip to just be doing grunt work. So you should be doing the the smarter work.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be anybody who goes to Mars doing grunt work. That's just nuts.
I agree. Well, I imagine most of the people that they're sending are going to be, squints.
Well, and they're planning on making it $200,000, and they said anybody can go. Like there'll be an application system, and if you have the money, anybody can go potentially.
How much money is it?
200,000.
Well, there you go.
But it's like the Mayflower. You spend the $200,000, you are going to own Mars in the future. Own a big part of it.
And yeah, that's interesting.
I mean, I would never go
I don't think
because
you're
too scared of that.
You probably won't reap any of the rewards of it.
Why do you think that? Who else is going to take it from you?
I'm saying like you'll die before you see anything. Like
Yeah, but your
good out of
family
it.
would. Your family would, and their generation.
Yeah, your
of
family would.
You'd create generational wealth the last centuries.
Yeah.
Just saying. If all this crap comes true, we'll see about that. But I'm just saying, if it did come true, if my kid said they wanted to go to Mars to start and had all these grand ideas, like I'm saying, I'd say hell yeah, go for it, dude.
You gotta drop 200 grand though.
That's nothing compared to what you're going to make if you survive it and make it work. That's nothing.
If you survive it.
I wouldn't do it, but I probably wouldn't say that to my kid. I'd be like, no, don't do this.
No, well, I don't think we would be allowed on. I don't think we're like in good enough shape.
I'm not going. I said if my kid said that.
Oh, if you're a kid. Oh, okay.
I said if my kid said that, and they really believed in it, I probably would encourage them to do it.
Yeah, I mean, if they were like, really into it, yeah.
I'm just saying it's kind of exciting if it actually happened. Could you just imagine, like, if that actually happens? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's like opening up a new frontier.
Yeah, I'm just saying I would never go. And plus, yeah, I probably wouldn't be fit enough. And yeah, I think there's going to be, you have to pay X money, plus you have to pass a application to get on it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be like anybody with $200,000 gets to go. That's not what I mean. But I don't know. Maybe eventually, if we somehow live for a long time, we could take a trip to Mars.
Yeah.
Or more likely, take a trip to the moon.
Yeah, that's a lot more likely.
But that would be fucking amazing.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Would you do that like 20 years from now if they've got the price down? It's like 10 grand or something. You get to go to the fucking moon. Would you do it if they had like a moon base set up there?
If they were doing it like frequently and reliably, yeah, I would do it.
Yeah, it would have to be. We'll say 30 years from now. It's possible.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's not possible, but that would be cool if it was. Do you think though this would be a dystopian nightmare, or do you think it'd be a good thing overall? The robot stuff in your home and that sort of thing. The grand idea of it.
I think there's definitely potential for it to go wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on how strong and how smart they are, you know. If, like, one robot, if a human can overpower it, then it's not that big of a deal, you know. But if every household has, like a killing machine in it, that'd be bad.
Execute Order 66.
Yeah.
Eliminate them all in their sleep. Yeah, that could be bad. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably never going to get one. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
These might be. I think it's going to be wildly. I think by 2030 we're going to see it in restaurants more so, and like doing manual jobs more so. I don't think they're going to be living. They're going to be too expensive at first, anyways. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they're going to be god awful expensive.
Probably the really wealthy people will have one or two. But anyways.
Yeah, I'm sure wealthy people have at least one as a novelty, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they've already Amazon's made this little bot that rolls around and can carry little items to you and stuff. It's like $1,000.
Yeah, I've seen. Like I was telling you the other day, I've seen a little robot at a restaurant.
Yeah,
that serves drinks and brings your order.
I mean, but if they look more human, that would be. They may not look like this. They're making it out like they're gonna make it human. People may not like that. People may reject that idea and may want to make it more like an R2D2 or something.
That's how the one I saw looked. It was like an R2D2.
I think that's more likely because it's freaky when they look like you.
Yeah, it is unsettling.
But I think they should make. I mean, you can make a robot with just make them. Why make
I
them
like that.
Human? But
I think that
Sorry,
looks better than if it had like a human face. That would look weird.
I don't want them to be like a black void. It's freaking creepy.
I'd prefer a black void.
Oh God, no. Hello, no God, fuck no.
I'd prefer that. I don't know.
I would prefer them to be animated over that. That's weird.
Like a human face?
No, but not like a black void, like some eyes or something. Something.
Yeah, you can give it eyes. Yeah.
That'd look creepy as fuck. I want to put clothes on it too. It's naked.
What about the transparent one? I like the transparent look. I'd get that one.
I think that's just trying to show what's inside of it. I don't think that's the actual look.
It's like the N64 transparent controllers, you know.
I personally think they should improve upon it because these are just 10 fingers. Why not make it have like a bajillion fingers and not make it look human-y at all? Just make it super, be able to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, make it have like 10 hands. I don't know. It'd be better. But we do make everything to be. But we do make things to be. We've already made everything to be used by humans. So
that's what I was about to say. Yeah.
Yeah, it might make sense to do that. Well, pretty interesting.
And it's also it's trying to replace humans. You know.
Yeah, that's true. They already gave it dimensions and everything: 5'8", 125 pounds, deadlift 150 pounds. Speed would be 5 miles an hour, so it's not going to be like running around like crazy.
Okay.
Fast. It's just going to be walking around steadily. I don't know. Be kind of interesting. Have you heard of Ark Invest, like the Ark funds that Kathy Wood runs?
I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it.
Well, I thought this was kind of interesting. They released their projections for what they expect Tesla's price to be. So today Tesla's roughly like $1,000. They expect if there's no more shares created, they probably will split by then, you know. So it's probably not actually going to be this exact price because share splits and that kind of thing. So they're expecting it to basically go up by 4.6x or whatever, basically 5x over the next 4 years. The bear value is 2.9 and the full bull value is 5.8 or 6x basically. That seems possible.
Yeah.
But this is where I got a lot of this information about. This is like how they break it down. So like the cars sold today is like roughly 1 million in 2021. The bear outcome means there's 10 million Tesla cars sold, and that bull will be 17 million Tesla cars sold, which seems not crazy. But they're also saying by 2026, if like the average value hasn't come down to about 38,000, then we're going to get a bear case, and if it's at about 30,000, we should have the bullish case. So basically, they're expecting the cost to just keep coming down, so they can get a lot of sales.
See,
that's what.
And yeah, that's like that's the main thing holding people back from getting.
Yep. I want to get one. I want to get one for sure. That will probably be my next car, to be honest with you. So
yeah, if it's affordable,
right? And so this would be the revenue. You know, you got half a trillion. They're expecting a $500 billion in electric vehicle revenue. That's insane. In the bull case, the bear case, $372 billion. That's so much money.
And that's still good.
Do what? Yeah, that's still great. Well, the bear case, they're still thinking it's going to go up 3x. That's the bear case.
Right.
I mean, that's great. If it does 3x, that's amazing. You know?
Yeah.
But this is where I got a lot of this information. The human-driven ride-hail revenue. So this is human-driven at $0 today, obviously. Because they're also going to have this built into the Tesla system that's going to compete with Uber as well. It'd be built into Tesla. So you could drive it yourself too if you wanted to. They're expecting that to be 67 billion in the bear outcome, and the bull outcome, human driven would be 0. Like they expect to be no human driven stuff, and the autonomous driven would be 51 in the bear. So they do expect the autonomous stuff to happen even in the bear case by 2026, and $500 billion from the autonomous ride-hail services. So this is what's crazy. In the bull case, that's $1 trillion between these two.
Yeah, that's insane.
So they're expecting this autonomous ride system to take up half of their revenue. The electric vehicles would just be half of it.
Right. I mean, it pretty much like transformed the company.
Well, that's the two main. They don't even have Tesla bots in 2026. They're saying that might happen then, and that would make it even crazier if that happens by then. But the main thing is you're going to have the autonomous thing, and you're going to have the just electric vehicle stuff. So basically, if the autonomous stuff doesn't take off and they've increased their vehicle sales to this much, it still does well. Yeah, but that would imply that if the bull case happens, that it's $6.7 trillion market cap, which is more than any other company. But by then, Apple will probably be worth $7 trillion or $8 trillion.
Yeah,
probably. But I thought that was kind of interesting. Do you think any of these prices seem reasonable to you, or do you think it seems crazy, or what? Just on the face of it.
Okay, so
you own some Tesla, right? You own a little bit.
Yeah, I do. So by 2026, the bear, it would be like 3x.
3x basically. And then the bull is 6x. Expected is about 5x. That's pretty great. Either one of those is amazing.
I'm curious, like, what's the historical? How much has it gone up in the past 5 years?
You're probably going to be shocked by this. This is another one where I shot myself in the foot in 2017 when I bought it and sold it for 10% gains. Past 5 years, 15x.
Oh my god. Well, then I think it's possible.
I had bought it around this time.
Wow.
Was it? No, it was not 27. Well, yeah, it was. It was in 2017. It was.
Well, there's been a split and stuff, I'm pretty sure.
No, this takes into account the stock split.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
Okay.
There's been a 15x, including the stock splits and stuff.
Let's see. Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I didn't buy much of it anyway, so it wasn't really a mode made. It would have been nice. It would have been a nice amount of. I think I would have made like $6,000 or something. So I didn't buy very much of it back then, so I don't really care that much. But I'm way more invested in it now, especially after seeing that report. It makes me want to just keep adding a lot of Tesla to what I have, because if this is the bear case, expected value case, I feel good about all three of those outcomes.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of.
And this isn't even taking it. This isn't even speculating the Tesla bot at all. This is just the autonomous stuff and the vehicle sales. That's it.
Yeah. And I think that for the bull scenario, I think the autonomous stuff is, optimistic. But
yeah. Well, that's why they call it the bull outcome.
Yeah.
The bear outcome seems much more realistic, so that's why they did it in 3 different cases. And they even put probabilities to it. They said the bear is 25% probability, bull is 25%, and the expected is 50%. This is based on a Monte Carlo simulations. It's like an economic model thing that I'm not exactly sure how it works, but it comes up with different probabilities based on variables and stuff. So I thought that was interesting.